En Sosúa I find my corazón, where joy ignites and we become one. En Sosúa.
Alright, chat. Headed back to the zoo. Even though I had a hell of an adventure at Santo, it was clear to me that I needed to go back to the zoo. One thing about Santo, the Uber drivers are mad cheap, and they take you mad far. Only thing is that they gonna pull up on you in a punch buggy type whip, or mini minivan. I woke up like 5:30 to catch the early bus at Caribbean Tours. I still feel kinda wild running around this country and I'm all dolo with minimal Spanish. I got out and the workers already knew where I was going. They like, Papi, Sosúa? I'm like, yeah, see. They brought me to the window to buy a ticket. I ain't understand them, but they knew where I was trying to go. They just printed my ticket. Shit was OD cheap, like $10 or something like that. I heard the buses be breaking down a lot, so I was grateful when I saw a new one pull up. I had like a day or so dolly to myself before Prima touched down in the zoo. So I said to myself, let me go peep the scene. The ride was like 4 hours. Rolling through the countryside was a nice experience. The bus was like rolling through the mountainous areas. Shit was beautiful and calming, to be honest. We made a stop through Santiago. I got to see how Dominicans on a day-to-day live their life. I stopped and showed love to a little empanada shop. Most of the people that got on the bus was pretty friendly. I kept asking them, this is Sosúa? But they was like, no, Papi. But, you know, it was cool, though. On the way there, a calm little sun shower fell. I'm just hoping it don't go too crazy and start flooding. I heard how it be. The driver wasn't available from last time, so she plugged me with a homie named Furs. He told me send my location and he was there waiting on me. Cool Dominican nigga. Son was in tune with everything. I hopped in the whip, son started bumping G-Herbos. As we start coming around the corner and things looking familiar, I'm saying to myself, home sweet home. I'm peeking through the window seeing if I need to jump out and grab a WhatsApp early before I even check in. I was staying at Casa Valeria this time, but when I got to the back block, I seen one of the security guards from Terra Linda. He like, Primo! I'm like, my boy, what's the deal with you? I start getting the jitters like I had a couple Bustelo, chat. Ain't no feeling like when you get back to the suit. Trust me. The intake concierge was an old fine Dominican woman. I could tell she was a problem back in her day. I almost wanted to try her, chat, but she was so nice to me, I just chose to fall back and respect my elders. Maybe another time. Outside on the back blocks, I seen a few Haitian dudes that was hungry. I bought them in a restaurant and got them something to eat. You know, my pops from Haiti. And I'm a firm believer, when you out the country, you supposed to show love to the people, not give all your money just to the resorts. After that, though, I made my way to Rumbas. I heard that's where all the vibes was. It was a chill afternoon, a few OGs watching the game on the big screen. When I was in there, I seen the dude Giamo. Son used to have a lit YouTube channel that had all the details of the zoo back in the day. There was definitely a few vibes passing through. And this is early afternoon, so I can only imagine at night. But while we was eating, I noticed that the Dominican military police was out there snatching girls up. This was before Project Atlantico, so it caught me by surprise a little bit. It ain't really stopped nothing. Shit was back active in 10 minutes. Walking to the liquor store, older chica popped out of nowhere and backed me down with the cake between the cars. I'm like, what the hell? She gotta be like 50 plus. She's like, Papi, freaky for you. I'm like, yeah. She's like, sí, papi, mucho freaky para ti. Text me WhatsApp. Something about her eye contact let me know she was about it. I called her La Abuela. I took her WhatsApp and went on my way. But when I first got to my room, I had revenge on my mind. Remember Anna from my first trip? She got the best of me, and I needed a rematch for my pride. Remember, Cuzzo killed her and her sister, and I just couldn't live with myself if I ain't get my lick back. I hit her and told her that I was back in town. She remembered me, so everything went smooth. As soon as she touched the court, I dominated, whistle to whistle. I'ma eat it! I wore her ass out and sent her on the way. She tried to run down on me on the strip like, Cariño! Talking about to come get her something to eat. Fuck out of here. One thing about the zoo, as the sun goes down, you can literally, feel the strip come alive, chat. So back in my room, I'm texting La Abuela, like, where you at? She video called me back with a Presidente in her hand and a devilish grin. I'm like, alright, old lady might really be about it. And we gonna see. I sent her my location and she hopped on a motor and got over to me right away. The way she slow strutted, I should have knew I was gonna be in trouble. We end up going at it, chat. We was like Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray. Top tier playoff battle. It was an epic duel for the ages type shit. I tried to chill. She wanted to go for a round two. I'm like, alright, I ain't about to let no old lady outdo me on the court. Man, she finished me like Chris Bosh in the locker room. I'm talking about soul out my body, chat. I had to recover. I woke up early the next morning like, damn, what the hell happened to me? When I looked over at the night table, I remembered she had left her glasses. She also didn't take extra pesos that I left on the desk. I respected that. I told myself from now on, I ain't sleeping on an oldie but goodie again. But now it's brunch time and I'm headed to Bailey's. I done heard a whole bunch about this by mad YouTubers like, yo, this is the link. So I said, let me see about it. Soon as I got in there on entry, baddies, like, yo, you can't even be seated. They right there. Can't avoid them. I ain't never been to a place where you could order buns for breakfast, chat. But who's complaining about that anyway? Not me. I was trying to recover my life source and got interrupted by this semi-innocent, green-eyed, beautiful mestizo type joint named Candy. She had a real pleasant way of introducing herself. I'm like, wow, what a lady. I seen some joints that was adding me on Tinder that I was ignoring, but when I seen them in person, I decided to go over there and introduce myself. They told me they was cousins. I peeped them watching me from their table the whole time. Until you been to the zoo, you ain't never felt hunted by women like this. But after Bailey's, the weather was so beautiful, I decided to take a walk back to the beach. If you ever been out there and you just see how the people live, it could really humble you. I believe when you're in people country, you show respect and the hospitality is usually what you get in return. It was an old lady that had a little shop that was running slow on the beach. I just gave her 2,000 pesos. She was so grateful, chat, that she went and tried to introduce me to her daughter. Her daughter was alright, but, you know, I ain't do it for that. I just was showing love to the people and enjoying the view while I was there. Now, back to the spot about to make it hot, I decided to send a text to Candy. Like, ¿qué haces, amor? She like, Papi, you ready to see me? I'm like, see, I need that. I told her I needed a second look at those green eyes. Chat, she pulled up with the innocent good girl energy. But the funny thing is, ain't no good girls in the suit. I gave her a few shots of Dawn. She went on YouTube and turned on Pop Smoke and started twerking. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm seeing this good girl act just disappear right in front of my eyes. Something about Pop Smoke and Don Julio just turned her to a straight demon. Now, usually when you deal with a chica, after it's over, they be ready to dip. When you put some pain in, they want to hang around for a while. She like, Papi, uno más leche. I'm like, shit, who am I not to oblige? Now, when she getting ready to leave, she say, it's 9,000. I'm like, what? She like, see, 9,000. I'm like, yo, you wanted to go again. She started screaming, arguing, making a scene in the room. She like, soy mafioso, saying all kinds of threats and shit. I heard people get caught up like this. And one thing I had forgot to do was get the confirmation on how much from the WhatsApp. I said to myself, I ain't sitting in no Dominican jail behind no lying-ass chica. I gave her 7 and told her she had to dip. I was tight, but I'ma keep it a buck, though. That shit was so good, if I run into her again, I might fuck around and forgive her. Later that night, I ended up calling one of the girls I met at Bailey's. She was brown skinned, said she used to live in America, and she spoke English really well. She like, Papi, you have a friend for me, cousin? I'm like, nah, I'm here by myself. She like, Papi, can we both come see you? Now, I missed the opportunity to take the twins down my first run. I said, man, let me do the cousins. I was cool enough with the guard that I knew he'd let me bring both of them back to my room at the same time. You know, sometimes they be acting a little funny with that. I guess it's a safety precaution to keep the tourists from getting stolen from. It was a dope experience, even though one of them actually was way more fire than the other one. But, you know, we had a Hell in a Cell type match, 2v1. I ain't get a chance to get them twins off, but I guess having two cousins is a close second, right? When I got back to the room, I realized that one of them left their keys. I hit them up and told them, and they actually sent their husband to come pick it up on a motor concho. That shit bugged me out. It's like an alternate universe out here or something. Besides the madness of the night, the mornings in Sosúa are beautiful, super peaceful. You get to see all the people that make the town what it is get an early start on their day. On this early morning though, Prima and her frat bro just landed. That means it was only more madness to come. The frat bro is Prima mans, and he my mans, and he always bought the gas with him when he touched down. Facts. Me, Prima, and the frat bro, we was like a triangle offense in the suit. I sent the driver over to go get them from POP. She was there bright, early, and reliable as always. They were staying at Casa Linda. Prima heard me talking about Bailey and was like, man, I'm not waiting. I'm about to drop my stuff off and we pulling right on up. Sure enough, same thing as the day before. Baddies everywhere. When Prima and frat bro walked through, they got hype. Bailey is like watching the McDonald's All-American game. You get a good preview of the next budding talent if you get what I mean. And Prima ain't waste no time. Soon as she got in there, she started recruiting. She met a little eater named Diamante. Good natural body on her. The frat bro started vibing with a tall model joint named Tiff. And then he even got over to the driver. I'm like, look at the driver. She running the same play on him that she did with me when I first came out here. But it was all love. At the brunch, we made our way back up to Casa Linda. Casa Linda is in a gated community. It's just full of villas, full of vibes. If you ain't never do the villa experience, you're not gonna understand it. It's just different. The privacy just adds to the experience. We got the hookah, dawn, President Day, music. Something about the villa just make the chicas relax a little more. They not in a rush to get back to the street. I pull up with a bag full of pesos like, yo, what we doing? Prima like, yo, make yourself at home. We got an extra room for you. So I went and dropped it off. I heard frat bro was in the back rolling up the paint ski. He vibing with the driver.
Oh, she's a goer. You're a monster. She's a goer.
That's looking like a confirmed killer already. And you know, I'm definitely stamping that. I could tell you for myself. I looked down at the pool and seen Diamante. She had a way of making eye contact with you to let you know she a eater. But I had my own mission I was on. I had this nice little vibe named Perla about to pull up. When she pulled up, I ain't going front. She had a classy presentation, a sexy little raspy voice. She had her own whip, so that was a sign she was getting to a couple dollars. I ain't going front. This probably the first joint from Tinder that looked better in person.
Hello, nurse.
She walked in and gave Diamante a little weird look. I ain't think nothing of it. You know, sometimes these chicks in the suit be beefing over niggas. Diamante got up and gave Prima that look like, yo, come in the room with me. There was so many rooms in the villa that everybody was just getting drunk and wandering. At the time, I'm outside still entertaining Perla. Perla is not quite 18, but could almost be 18. So she still got that humbleness. Feel me? But as soon as we got in that room, it was instant fireworks. And while I was doing my thing, I think Prima went in the room to go handle business with Diamante. Meanwhile, me and Pearl upstairs still going to war. Her skin was mad soft and OD moisturized, not dry like the chicas who gotta play the block all day. I went back to the room where my bag was to cash Pearl out, and I noticed I had some bread missing. I'm like, what the hell? Now I know I ain't telling nobody where I put my bread. So I'm like, yo, how the hell am I missing 400? I look in the backyard, I see frat bro and the driver still vibing. And Diamante back in the pool. I had a little respect for Perla because she could have made more bread when Prima tried her. She politely declined and then turned to me and said, no, soy tu novia, talking to me. Now, I ain't gonna lie, chat. I know these chicas be lying like a muff, but that made me feel good. Like, damn, babe, we special? I copy. I locked myself out like a jerk, and Perla had to come back and show me the side interest to get back in. When she walked away, though, it made me look like, damn, she been here before. Now, as I'm walking back in, I hear Prima and Diamante having a drunk argument. I'm like, what the hell could they be having a bilingual argument about? Diamante beefing because she want to go back to the strip. Prima had such a good time. She like, no, don't go. And Diamante said, blow. Don't ever fall in love with Sosúa. And frat bro started dying. How the hell we go from sex tourists to being in the Telemundo soap opera? You cannot make this shit up. I had to get up out of there, chat. I ain't gonna lie, when she slapped her, it's like she slapped me too. Cause I was over here seeing the stars after Perla put it on me. Never found out who took that bread though. I wasn't that tight though because I had more bread back at the telly. Perla was texting me on my ride back. She told me she wanted to come see me tonight. I was telling her, hey, that girl you was looking at, I think she stole some money from me. She told me, hey, I had a funny feeling about her. She looked like trouble. Now, I had the money. I just wasn't about to pay to see the same chica twice in one night. Facts. I stopped and copped some jerk chicken from the back block before I headed into the room. I was gonna need to eat before my grand finale. So back to the room before I make it boom, I get a text from my ex. That shit spooked the hell out of me. It's like she was in the room and knew what I was up to the whole entire time. I started panicking, almost choked to death, chat. Thank God for the water in the mini fridge. Same time she texted me, Perla hit me up. She said she just want to sleep with me. She don't care about no money. So when she get there, you already know what it is. Immediate activity all over again. We end up going all night long. You hear me? All night. Chat, we went so crazy that the rubber popped. And we kept going. Now, chat, I'm a safety first kind of guy. But I got caught up in the moment. And it happened. I ain't gonna lie to you. Next morning, she woke up twerking on the bed. I gave her $5,000. She like, no, Poppy, that's for you cab to the airport. I'm like, nah, love, I got it. She even tried to get me breakfast. I was surprised. She opened her wallet and had mad credit cards, more than me. When I was walking out, one of the OGs see me with her, was like, all right now. That's how you know she was fire. I had to rush and pack my bags for checkout because we was busy all night. The flight back to New York didn't seem so bad this time. I had a fake little Novia. I'm like, damn, I can't even tell the bros about this. People that's not in this lifestyle is not gonna understand it. So sometimes it's just best to keep the stories to yourself. And that's okay. Some people are gonna be miserable because they never booked their flights, and some gonna be glowing because they're always coming off of one. That's just the reality. But as the months passed, me and her relationship started dying down. You know how the distance do. But one day, I got on the phone and went on her WhatsApp, and I see some shit that almost made me faint. She posted a vid with her family on her WhatsApp story, having a gender reveal. I'm like, damn. Chat, I start doing the math in my mind like, yo, I was there a certain amount of months ago and we did turn up. And technically, she could know the gender of a baby by now. But I'm like, is this shit mine? So I hit her up like, yo, what's going on? She like, Poppy, you know, talk to me. And I was trying to find a way to tell you that I'm pregnant with you, baby. But I knew because we was in Sosúa, you would never believe me. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm not going to believe you if you go on about it in secret. That's a red flag right there, chat. One thing about me, I ain't the type to just have kids out there in the world. And who the hell wants a chica baby mother? That just sounds like a nightmare to begin with. Me being me, I already knew the dates we was active, so I was just watching the calendar to see if she dropped around the time that would make it mine. She like, Poppy, I'm pregnant. I'm not going to be going back and forth arguing with you. If you want to see your son, come down here and take a DNA test and come find your son. I don't need your money. I start thinking like, damn, I got to tell Mama Love she got a grandbaby in DR. If that shit mine, I got to get custody. I'm not leaving it out there. But God's so good, though. That baby was born Caucasian with blue eyes and blonde hair.
You are not.
So much for me having a Novia. Even the month she had a baby was way too early for it to be mine. Crazy how one broken moment could change your whole life. I walked away untouched, but not unchanged.
And I'm headed to Puerto Plata. Vi la rum boom boom en la casa.